What's going on, guys? So a little bit of a vlog slash DIY slash crafty project, I guess. So the other day, I think I talked about this. I don't think I showed it off, but I was doing some work in here. And actually, one thing I did not show at all was that I redid all of my Power Ranger shelves. Yay. But that is something that changed. So I had this shadow box with my 8-bit Mario characters in it for a long time. Now the only Mario that's technically missing out of there is the original Jumpman Mario that goes against good old King Kong there, Donkey Kong. And I have it in a 2-pack special edition that's got like the whole thing. So part of me, I might reorganize this a little bit so that I have all 8 versions of Mario together. So it'll be Jumpman, black and white, original color, full color, or special color, and then the Star Power ones. Do that, and then I'll have the bad guys. So I should reorganize this one. It's a little wonky. But the other day, I found, when I was cleaning out the closet, I found the other shadow box that I thought I got rid of when we moved, but clearly I held on to it, not knowing what I was going to do with it. By the way, the original idea was to put all of my versions of 3D Mario in there from my World of Nintendo stuff. So this is all of my 4-inch World of Nintendo figures, and I got rid of, sold, or traded in all of my 2.5s. With the exception of my 8-bit collection. So the one thing is, I have a bunch of Mega Man figures, which I love these. This is so cool when they finally started releasing these. And as far as I know, Jax has never done another set of 8-bit characters. I really wish they would, for like more Zelda or more Mega Man, especially Mega Man 2, which would have been amazing. Now the thing is, what I was about to do was actually open up all of these singular figures, which some of them I opened for review back in the day. You know, like most of the Mega Man have been opened. I have one unopened. No, this one's, I think this one's still, no, that one's unsealed. So I have one unopened original Mega Man. It's this one. So for whatever reason, I bought an extra that's completely unopened. But what I have is the 2-packs versus the Robot Masters, and that's the only way you can get Gutsman. Now what I'm gonna do, you see what's going on here. Now the only thing I'm not sure what I can do just yet is whether or not I can include these backgrounds in here. Now what will be cool is if I can. Now the one thing that'll suck is I don't have a good way to make these like stick up higher, because I already have the foam board in here to attach things to. I just pulled that out. But I've got my glue gun, I've got some thumbtacks. The other thing is I could possibly use some skewers to give it a little bit more depth, because the thumbtacks aren't going to be enough. Or I guess I could use a couple screws, like just to gain some height. So let's take a look at it. Okay, so let's take a look at the inside here. And like I said, these have been opened. I used to have these just hanging on my wall at the old cave, but I don't have that kind of wall space here. So these have just been sitting in a box for over a year now. Actually, probably longer than that. All right, so the actual outer casing is pointless. All right, so they're just there in their little clamshell. But I've got this entire arrangement here, and it is taped, like right here. So the thing is, I could, in theory, utilize most of this. Now what I'll probably do, because they have this set up in a 3D arrangement, I could actually unfold it a bit and maybe make it cut to shape. Because I do have lots of sharp knives. I have many sharp knives. So I can do that and open it up a bit. Same thing here. And here. And if I exclude the ground as it is, like if I get rid of this part because I don't have to stand on anything, so that gives me the door, that gives me the life bar. Now let's see how that works in the shadow box. So basically what these are shadow boxes, you know. So let's have a look see here. Am I upside down? Yes, I'm upside down. So, oh, it doesn't matter if I'm upside down because I got to take the back off. Now, the one thing that sucks about this is it uses these hangers. I hate these type of hangers. It's a giant pain, but I found some things that are made more for that. The only thing I'll need to do, I will have to take the bottom out so that I can push the foam board out. It's just kind of crammed in there. Alright, so like I said, I did this quite some time ago, and this one was used, I was doing a Luigi box. So I already got my Mario box essentially done. So, in what I was doing there, as you can see by the multiple holes, I was using fishing line to attach them instead of using what I did with the newer ones, which was thumbtacks glued to the back of the figure. So, the question is, I can't have it be exactly as wide as this, but I can have it close. Actually, in theory, I can have it as wide as this. Where does it sit? Hold on. Where does this? It sits inside. Okay, so it can literally be as wide. All right. So, but if I do that, and spread it out, can I get all four on here if I cut it off at the hard line? So if I ignore the ground and I just go at the hard line there, it might be interesting. Okay, so this I guess will be my sacrificial one to see if it works out that way. Or I can go get measuring tape and figure out the math myself. Hold on. Okay, got my handy dandy ruler booler. I don't know why everything has to rhyme, it just does. Don't judge me. And that is exactly just under 14 inches. Exactly just under, right? Okay. So, let me math this real quick. And that is just right at 4. So that's 4 times 4 is 16, which would make it too short to get 4 of them in there. So I would just have to, I guess, trim down the top realistically if I wanted to do that. But that would give me, if I do it that way, how much do I need to trim off of each one? That's 2 inches. So I need to trim off half an inch off of each of them. And I don't want to take it from here because then the light bar will be up there. So I would need to, I could cut it right at the seam. So that's nice and everything is pretty straight. Also, it's too wide. So I'd have to trim off. I mean, this edge makes the most sense because it's got the extra tab over here, so might as well do it that way. So if I do that, if I trim each one off right at the hard line, because they're all the same height, I have to lay this about as flat as it can get. I mean, one way or the other, I have to trim an edge off. So, okay. Well, worst case scenario, let's give it a try. See how it looks, right? Right. Okay, so cutting board. I'm sitting on everything else that I'm trying not to do. Okay, so use that ridge. Got my, hopefully, sharp knife. Well, it was working up until here, which is fine. And So that's that. Now what I need to do is figure out how much to cut off the edge. I guess one thing I could do is glue it down. That would give me the exact space I need. Okay, so that's there. So the thing is, use that factory edge. Yeah. I need a pencil. Yes, now the rain, sweet apologies. That was so to me. I guess I can just do the measurements, make life easy. Alright, so that's just past 10 3/4, so that's 3/4 would be 7/8. So 10 7/8. And I'm cutting off, honestly, either edge doesn't matter, because that trimmed that whole thing off, so it might be better to take it out this side. Okay. So set that over here. Okay. So let's see how that works out. That's pretty cool. Okay, so once again, I do need to cut off a bit more. Like I said, it was, what do I need to lose? So this is 14 inches, top to bottom. Yeah, exactly 14 inches top to bottom. And this should be 4 inches on the dot. Yep. So I need to lose half an inch per. Like I said, I think I want to take it out the top, not the bottom, so that gives me some height to it. Okay, so do it again. Yes, now the rains. Is up. Wait, how was that half an inch? That wasn't half an inch, that was 1/4 of an inch. And hey, if all this fails, I just don't put this background in here. What to do? Right through the middle of the line. See, that's what I'm worried about. Right as I go start the thing, I push the... Alright. What did I do? Just score it? Yeah. All I did was score the dang thing. Didn't get all the way through. Dang it. It's like perfect cut until right at the end. Alright, so let's check this part out. So this, in theory, should fit here. Top to top, there we go. Now, if Gotta draw a line. Should be able to line it up with that line. Okay, so either I can't math. Okay, so pull out Mega Man here. Alright, and he has the blasty thingy. Cutman has that thingy. And by the way, these guys are posable to a degree, which is pretty freaking cool. Let's see, I kind of like that he's got that on his head. Mega Man can fit the blast in his hand, but I could also put it in a pin and, you know, give it some distance. Also, they're two-sided, which is amazing, so you can actually have them go either direction. So, assuming I leave this here, I mean, I know it's a very small section. Oh, and actually, that puts them like right next to each other as it is. So they would have to be like that. And yeah, he can't have the cut blade thing on his head like that. He would have to be throwing it, obviously. And like I said, I can make that be shooting. Okay, hold on. If he's not throwing it, that's just on his head like it should be. I put it there. That is the exact height of that, so that won't work out too well. That's not too bad. Don't want them too far out to the edges. Something like that. Because the shadow box is a few inches deep, so I mean I could actually raise them up just a hair. Because I was thinking either I can use, I have really small screws that I can use that are just glued to the back, and I just peg them in like through everything. But I think what I need to do is figure out the backgrounds and go ahead and do those. I don't know, I might, is there enough here? I can, no. Yeah, there's not enough material left over to make a barrier, as it were. So I don't know. I'll figure that out. I'm going to do all the backgrounds and see what happens. Okay, so that's where I'm at. I mean, I got them all cut to fit, and yeah, the fact that I cut the top off of that one and the bottoms off the rest does make it look a bit strange. Nothing I can do about it now. I mean, other than attempt to add the strips back to the bottom and then cut the ones off the top, but like I think that would have given me a bit of more of a barrier. If I had some like black, if I had something to differentiate between them, that would probably help. I thought about adding back the bottom strips that I cut off, like as just a shelf, so to speak, but I'm not sure how I would attach that other than maybe some tape or something and just kind of keep it at an angle. I don't know, that might be something I do. That would just add a little bit of a barrier, and then it would also add just a shadow line that would probably help. And nothing's fully attached yet, by the way. I'm just playing with the idea at this point. But, you know, it's a little difficult, sometimes tricky to get it. Actually, what led me to doing this, because I did the Gutsman one, I could not get the bottom line straight, and it had a big wrinkle in it. So that's why I ended up cutting off the bottom, not the top. That kind of messed things up. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw the whole thing away as it is and just do them next to each other. I don't know. Okay, so I've jumped way ahead because I was just doing stuff. So I've got everything redone. I had to take it all apart and add some more stuff. I'll show it in a second. Right now I'm working on adding some support to the bent out section, just using some of these leftover parts. I've got my glue gun going. I did add those little spacers the way I wanted to, so I had to take it all apart, tape those in place. Not only are they structural, but they add a small dividing line, so there'll be something there. I do have at least the first Mega Man done like this, and I'm going to figure out where I want it and see if this depth is too much with the thing there. But what's funny is if I go ahead and poke this through there, odds are that will give me the support I need without having to glue this whole thing to the backing, which I can't really do because I can't find my spray adhesive. So I'm going to see if I can't get my glue to set here. Just get that all covered up good. Oop, nope. I didn't want to let go just yet. It's been really a long time since I've done anything with hot glue. My worry is that it's going to make the tape melt. Or melt the... I mean, these are just for structure. There's no other thing. It's just to try to add rigidity to this back section. Okay, so that one's going on okay. So, need a middle one here. Hot, hot. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ooh, I haven't done that in a while. Didn't see that I squished it out through the bottom. Always watch where your glue is going. That's how you get burned. Actually, I might have grabbed another glue stick. Now that one's a little more solid. Let's see here. This guy? Yeah. I gotta think here. Let's just see if there's any other pieces I could use. Don't think so, not really. That's doing pretty good. I'll put more on the inside. Okay. Yeah, this isn't the smartest way to do it, but you know what? It's a way to do it. I mean, in theory, I could actually hot glue this to the backing. I mean, it would be fine, I think. Ultimately. Alright. That got it. Alright, so basically, that's what we got. That little bit of lip, I think, just adds enough to it, even though they'll be floating out above it, so to speak. I don't know, part of me wants to put a little bit of, like a little dab of glue under there, like just to kind of solidify it, but I think the problem is you'll see it. Yeah, I think it's fine. I think ultimately it's fine, especially with these, you know, taped to shit all together. So, all right, now I gotta figure out placement and where everything's gonna go. Actually, I do think I'm gonna need some glue to hold these guys flat to that surface now. So, let me look at it. Okay, so I got this far and ran out of glue. I thought I had 4 glue sticks. Apparently I only had 2. So I'm down to needing to glue this last little fire boy here, boop, onto the end of a dowel. And the rest of them are essentially ready to go, except for these 2. So these last 4 characters all need to be adjusted with some hot glue. But for the most part, this is going well. I did cut myself on poking a screw through. I thought my finger was clear. It was not. But I gotta go find some small glue sticks. And the Triobi cordless is actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. Although they all have the same problem of there's no way to push a glue stick in once it's inside. That seems to be just a glue stick or glue gun problem. But this whole thing, you know, this is more than I anticipated on doing, but it's coming out really nicely. The thing is, like the Mario one that I have, half of them have no dioramas, but I do have the two that do, or the three that do. The Princess, Bowser, and Donkey Kong. So, like, it would be doable to potentially have another setup much like this, but with Mario and opposing somebody. So I don't know. Maybe it's something I'll do. Get another one of these shadow boxes and do it. So far, this has gone pretty well. Um, and I just need to get the glue sticks and figure it out, and then hopefully get it to the point that it will fit. I'm scared that like just the very like bottom and top edge are just not going to want to fit inside the thing. But I have to only get it so deep realistically. But I think it looks really good, honestly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Okay, so after our trip to Michael's, I grabbed myself a bag of Gorilla Glue sticks. I almost grabbed like the super long ones, but then I realized I'm not going to use glue that much right now. I mean, later, once I get into like diorama building, stuff like that, sure. But, done. Everybody's glued in place. Everybody's good to go. Part of me kind of wants... Oh, let me fix this guy's arm. It's like, give him a little bit more life there. So they're all pretty stable. Gutsman's a little bit much. The scary part is now putting the lid on the damn thing. Also, I got another frame for the Eddie Munson thing, and I grabbed a longer shadow box to hopefully do the Zelda ones. So, hold on. Yeah, this is definitely the largest crafty project I've done in a long time. I actually really like the way it came out so far. Now the terrifying thing. And I did figure out that I believe these were 11 by 14 foam sheets that I cut to fit inside the box. I could be wrong, because it kind of looked bigger. It looks like I cut two edges of it. So maybe it was a much larger sheet than that. Okay, which way is up? Alright. So this is for all the marbles. Okay. We are inside but touching. Crap. Thing is, probably didn't even have to put the bottom piece on. Alright, so this is made to just fit inside the box, realistically. Alright. Yeah, that's what I was scared of. That it would stick out just a hair too far. And now I don't know if I can get it all the way in. Oh, the corner is stuck. It's so bad. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Hold on. Gutsman is dragging on the bottom. It's not a good thing. Alright. So, is there a lip? Oh shit, it gets even deeper. Okay. Hold on. This is not going to be easy, fellas and ladies, because it's a pretty exact fit. Actually, the thing is, oh shit, okay, so I got it as deep as it can go, because it's contacting the front. So what I need to do is just give it a push and get it up in there. Okay, so that is literally as good as it gets. Man, that looks pretty fucking awesome. I mean, it's crooked, realistically, but that looks fantastic. I did not think it was going to look that good. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be really kind of crappy. Came out great. And actually having that depth and, yeah, adding that little lip actually made the difference. I can't believe that. Okay, so I'm going to buckle it down, because now I'm terrified. Okay, I got to get this corner in here, too. All right. Even it out a bit. Maybe that makes a difference. Okay, so this is ever so slightly crooked. I can't... I might could do something about it. Hold on. So, awesomeness. That has a slide-out panel. If you were to insert something, totally let me get in there, squeeze it, knocked it over. Awesome. This is gorgeous. I'm not going to lie. This came out so much better than I thought. Adding the backgrounds totally did the thing. Now I really want to do it with the Mario one. Get rid of the one I did before. Redo it with this. But right now, I got to put the backing back on and then figure out where to hang it up. Well, I didn't video or take pictures of any of it, but I went ahead and did the Mario one as well. The Mega Man one is sitting over there. This looks awesome. There was no way to do all three. There was no way to get the Donkey Kong one in there. But what's crazy is how well this worked out. I can't even explain it all. So, like, I cut the bottom brick down there off, which is actually now the center seam right here. This piece right here actually came off the packaging, which is actually just how that's meant to be, that dividing line there. With the Koopa battle up here, I cut the axe off the packaging, glued it in there. Same thing with the hammers being thrown. That all came off the actual packaging. Cut, folded. This took way less time because there was so much less to actually modify. And in fact, the sides, all I did was fold them in. I mean, you can come around to the edge and it looks kind of ugly, but you know, I don't care. I guess if I tried, I would have just I would have made some brick outside edge there. But this looks really freaking good. I'm actually super proud of myself. I did burn and or cut myself a few times, and I've made an absolute mess out of the living room. And I still haven't done the Zelda version yet, or at least the Link one, which there is no like cool backdrop for that. So there's nothing I can technically do in that case. And what's cool is, at least this one, it had a full-on bottom platform to come out with the bridge and then the ground, whereas on the other ones over there, they're a bit more floaty. But either way, for like a random project I decided to start today, these came out awesome. They're gonna look great on the wall. I now have to figure out what I'm gonna do with all the Lucy's. So now I've got all the ones that were in this one, and they're only super glued on with thumbtacks, so in theory I could still work with these. I wouldn't mind finding out a different way to display them, although what I came up with next, so if I want to do another box, I'm going to save this. I like this cool Nintendo top to this. I want to save that and then do the Donkey Kong version. But what I might do, I'm not sure just yet, I might actually incorporate, I don't know, because the TV stuff it does have the Nintendo sticker up in the top corner. I don't know. I don't think I'll do that. But what I might do is use the Nintendo as the base inside the box and have the Jumpman and Donkey Kong doing their thing right inside there. I need to know if this truss area right here is inside the box or not. I don't think I've ever opened this one. I've opened it, but only to hang it. I've never taken anything out of it. So either way, I have to clean up now because wifey's going to be home soon, and she will be very angry with me with the amount of mess I've made. Also going to clean up just everything. I need to find somewhere to put these where they won't get all jacked up. And by the way, where is it? This one. So this is a super rare Toad 8-bit that was actually incomplete in packaging. I should have left this one in packaging and sold it for like $1 million, but I always thought it was cool. Also, the fact that Toad basically looks like he's flipping you off. That was always the funny part about the Toad figure. So I got the Toad, I got the two Toads, I have a loose Donkey Kong, and then I always love this one, the alternate color Toad. So that one was actually a Walgreens exclusive. Chasing down these 8-bits was always fun. And then, of course, you know, Star Power Luigi, Star Power Mario. So I think what I might do, if I do another one of these, I might get just a 9x9 and just do. How many are there? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12. 9x9 would work for several rows. I mean, I think that should work math-wise. But the one I got for the different colored links are over there, and I still haven't. I need to see if I can find it. I had an unopened white tunic link. So either way, fun one day crafty project. I didn't know I was going to do today. I planned on doing a lot of editing and then maybe figuring out just a new way to clean up these Mario figures. This was not remotely what I had planned, and I love how it came out. I'm super proud. Okay, so just tagging this in before the end of the video, I did get these Zelda things done in there. I put 4 thumbtacks on the back so they actually be stabilized, and I pressed them in there until they got stuck. This thing actually has a weird, like, half foam backdrop. Like, I will probably get foam board for it just because it'll look a little bit better and give me a little more thickness as well. So, I mean, it's just thumbtacks and just pop them out, but just wanted to include that in the video. So, I'll see you guys later. Remember, as always, keep on nerding.